Hello, hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tiz and I am back again with another amazing review. A movie review called Salako Onilu, a movie by Wole Agba Ayewajewole. This movie is so intriguing, very interesting. I'll give you my rate at the end of the video. I just want to review for now. So if you're looking to watch the movie, I don't know if it is a good movie or not, stay glued to this video, okay? And at the end of this video, I need your opinion. And if you've watched the movie, actually comment down below. Let me know if you've watched it. But if you've not watched it, let me know your opinion as we move on in this video. All right, so this movie is a mix of culture, and that's what you're saying in my culture, a proud Yoruba lady. it's a mix of culture and spirituality. That is one thing I love about this movie. The spiritual, it brings out our culture, yes, and then the spiritual aspects. So they wear a lot of ofi. This is called ofi. If you don't know, this is called ofi or ashoke in Yoruba. This movie will make you pray a lot. It is so deep that there are some scenes that will actually make you pray, personal prayer for yourself. Okay, so let us go into the movie. So in case you see me looking down a lot, it's because I wrote some names down and I don't want to forget or mispronounce them, hopefully by God's grace, God helping me. So that is why I'll be looking down to check the names. So we have a father. His name is Folawiyo. This is actually my first time hearing this name. His name is Folawiyo and he has two wives. One of the wives' name is Sogese. You see, the meaning of some names here are funny. And then their looks, especially the men, their haircuts, blood of Jesus. You need to really watch this movie. Okay, let's go on. So we have one of the wives named Sogese or Shogeshe, if you want to use style to pronounce it. It is called Shogeshe. But the actual pronunciation is Sogese. Then we have another wife called Awele. We don't know which one is the first or second wife. We all know that he has two wives. So each of these wives has their own sons, okay? And Sogese's son's name is Gafara. Gafara. Yeah, Gafara. And Awele's son is the Salako, which is the superstar. So you see, in this movie, we have Gafara, which used to be a very known superstar. Everyone used to love him. But it got to a stage whereby that just stopped. Nobody used to praise him again. They don't used to invite him for events anymore. They don't like fancy him again. And then the attention went to the second brother, which is Salako. All of a sudden, Salako is the well-known guy, is the most loved in the village, not city, the village. Is so popular to the extent that anywhere they see Gafara, his brother, they don't want him, his friends don't want to be friends with him again. Girls that used to crush on him don't want to crush on him again. They are all crushing on Salako. Their attention was so much on Salako, and this actually hurt Gafara a lot. Like, Gafara was pained. Like, the funniest, he used to cry like a baby in this movie. His cry is not annoying, not the type of person that will cry and be very annoying, but his cry was just so funny. The way he's crying like a baby is actually funny to me. Some people might find it annoying, but it's actually funny to me. The way he was just crying. Any little thing, he will cry. Now let's go to Salako's mom. Salako's mom is the type of mom that everyone should pray for, to be honest. I am going to explain more on his mom, but his mom is a dreamer. She always dreams, and whatsoever dreams she dreams would always come to pass, like instantly. If she dreams that somebody will die, they will hear the news that the person died that same day. So anytime you see this movie, it is both emotional and comic at the same time. Like, a part where you're supposed to be very emotional, at the end of the day, you end up laughing. That is one thing about Wole Agba, which is the maker of this movie. Is a comic person, comic icon. So he's always adding that comic to it, so you will laugh. If where you're supposed to be emotional, you will laugh. Okay, so moving on. Anytime she has a dream and she just shouts from her dream like, hey, the same time the husband is also shouting from his dream like, hey. No, the same time the husband is also waking up with hey. And if you ask, why are you haying him, it will be like, it's because his wife hid from her dream. That is why it is haying. Can you imagine? Anytime she just makes noise from her dream and shouts like hey, it's also hey. up, and then we ask her who died. The wife will now be like, why are you asking me who died? Every time you're always asking me who died, and every time I dream. And he said it is because every time you dream, is it that somebody died or something bad happened to somebody? Like, there is no dream that you've dreamed that is actually like nobody died. It's always maybe somebody died or something evil is happening to somebody. Talking about one of the dreams she has dreamed, the beginning of this dream, they showed that she was holding like a lamp, and she was taking that lamp to like a place, and she placed the lamp there. And another dream that she had was that she ran from inside the dream. She ran from home to where she kept the lamp, and there was a watchman there, and the watchman was looking over the lamp. And then she was like, how is the lamp? Hope it has not died. How is the lamp? Hope it has not gone off. And the man is like, don't worry. The watchman is an old man. He was telling her that, don't worry, this lamp is not off. That every other lamp has gone off, has burnt out. But this one, I'm making sure that I'm watching over it so that it does not go off. And you will see a spiritual meaning to this. Like, every lamp that has gone off means the person has died or the glory has gone. But the one that is on is that the glory is still shining or the person is still alive. Okay, so, and you bring out a kind of prayer point from there that may my glory not go off, may my lamp not die, or may my lamp not go off, may the fuel of my lamp that is burning, that is making my lamp shine, not go dry. So there's a lot of prayer points that you will see in this movie. So moving on, every time she wakes up, she will go over her son. If it is about her son, she'll go over to her son and pray for him. Now, another funny thing is that every time, know that the father married 2 wives, right? So he does not sleep with them in his own room. He will go to each of their rooms to sleep there with them. So every time he's going to Awele's room, which is Salako's mom's room, Awele would always make sure her son sleeps in her room. So Salako does not go to his room to sleep. He always sleeps in his mom's room. So with the father there, I don't know whatever is going on. All I know is that Salako sleeps there. So I don't know if they are doing the do in front of Salako. I don't know that Salako is there sleeping. They're not sure that maybe they did any deed. Do you get it? So anytime it's time to sleep in the other woman's room, he would sleep there. Normal, the son does not sleep there. So it got to a point where Gafara, right? You know, Gafara used to be a very glorious child. He would always cry. Nobody's inviting him for events anymore. Instead, they will call Salako. If you don't call Salako to that event, like there is no events. If they don't invite Salako, they will not invite Gafara. Nobody wants to invite Gafara to any events to perform. So this is to make Gafara cry. Like, he used to cry. All he does when he's angry is cry. He would always cry. Nobody is inviting me. He will always cry. So one day he cried to his mom, and then he told his mom that, Mom, I don't like what is going on with me. What do you do about it? They're always inviting his brother. That even no girl even wants to date him. So he has a crush, but the crush did not agree to date him because she's also crushing on Salako. And there's one other thing that I actually like in this movie. The person I am most emotional for is Gafara. As a child, no child should go through what he went through in life. That is the person that actually was most emotional. But you see every other person, I know that Salako has a stronghold behind him, which is God and his mom. But for Gafara, his mom is not a prayerful person, and she has her own. Instead of her to be prayerful and to take her responsibility strong on her son, she's doing to be to do fashion. She's been a fashionista, and that's why they call that Sogesi. And fashion is just always putting her in trouble. That's the meaning of Sogesi. When your fashion is putting you in trouble, they'll say the person is Sogesi. She does not she's not responsible for her son. So every time people see Gafara, right, they always call him past glory. Nobody wants to have anything to do with him. Every time they see him, they will always abuse him, and they will call him like a past glory person or a past icon. And it is not good when someone is facing that kind of situation. We have so many celebrities in real life that maybe they've trained at a time And now that they're not trending again, people are seeing them. Some people, not everyone, so people are seeing them in a negative way, like, oh, you that used to trend before, but now you're not trending again. So you go and sit down somewhere. If they try to want to talk in public, or they want to do business or anything, people will use their past glory to mock them, just as they were mocking Gafara in the movie. They were mocking him a lot, that he used to be a famous person, but now he's nothing, he's a past glory. That's too far to go on somebody. But this movie just lets you see what some artists or celebrities that they used to be very famous before, but they're not famous now, some of them used to go through in real life. So he would go and meet his mom and cry and cry and cry. No girl wants to date him. Nobody wants to be his friend. No income, nothing. So one day his mom took him to an herbalist place, and the herbalist name is Sula. That's his name. That's how you pronounce his name. Anytime you want to pronounce it, you say, "Hey, me Sula." That's his name. So Sula told them, according to his revelation, that his mom should take her son Gafara to kneel before his father, for his father to actually place his hand on his head and pray for him. That he has to pray some deep prayers before he can have a good meaning to his life, before his life can turn around. The mother was like, so that is the secret. Because anytime a co-wife is sleeping with her husband, maybe it is the time for the husband to sleep in her room, like she's always bringing her son in that room. So that means that the father is always praying for the son. According to her, that is what she thinks, that the father is always praying for Salako, the son. That is why he's doing well in life. Sula portrayed like some principalities and power, and he was telling her that according to their family, no two glory is supposed to shine. Like, how can you say that no two glory should shine in that family? If my father has his glory, let it shine. I have my own glory, my glory must shine. Why will you say that two glory should not shine in a home? That so she should take Gafara to go and meet the father, and the father should pray for him, and after that, Salako's glory will come down, while Gafara's glory will come up. Like, his glory will shine, while Salako's glory will be dimmed. So she was not like, okay, that's what she will go and do. So when it was time for our co-wife's night, for their husband to sleep there, she was like, no, her husband has to come and sleep in her room. The man was like, hey, don't bring trouble. She said, no, you must come and sleep in my room. So she brought her husband to her room, and then told Gafara the son to kneel before his father and beg him that he should pray for him. So Gafara too, he started crying. My father, pray for me. He was just crying and pray that they've used his glory. He wants his glory to come back. He wants his glory to shine again. The father is like, nobody used your glory. I did not use your glory. I did not use your destiny. Nobody used it. It was like, no, his glory used to shine before, but now it is not shining again. You need to pray for me. And the father was like, okay, no problem, I'll pray for you. Then he now started praying for him. As the father was praying for him, the father too was crying, because this one is crying, the son is crying, the father was crying. Then the mother saw that the two of them are crying, then she started crying. The three of them were now crying on top of this boy's head. So they were crying, and they were both praying. Both the father and the mother were praying for Gafara. Then they showed that the mother went back to the herbalist to go and insult him again. And the man was like, why are you insulting me? And she said that, you told me to tell this man to pray for his son, but instead of his life to be better, instead of our son's life to be better, it was actually getting worse. And the man was like, what? Bring your hand, let me see. And then he checked her hand, and he saw that Gafara's father was not actually the man that they claim to be his father, which is Salako's father, which is Folawiyo. Gafara has another father, which is actually his birth father. Now, Sogese used to date somebody, which she was actually dating for love, not for money. They didn't really tell us if he was poor or average, but not as rich as Salako's father, which is the father, the husband. that she eventually married. So the person she was dating, they so much love each other. They used to even sing love songs and all of that. Then Salako's father came, Folawiyo, the main husband that she ended up marrying. He came and then he professed his love to her. She was thinking about it, but he used money to lure her that he's rich, he's going to take care of her. She will not smell poverty again or even taste what poverty means or is. And at the end of the day, she agreed to marry him, leaving the love of her life just because of money. Can you imagine some women? So she did not know that she was pregnant at the time that she left the person she was dating to marry Salako's father. They did not really tell us if she knew the son was for Salako's father or for the person she was dating. But it was in the revelation that they let us know that she was pregnant for that man she was dating. But she did not know. So now they said that is the father that she actually needs to take the son to for him to pray for her son, not the other man that claims to be the father. You get? So she actually took the son, and they warned her, the herbalist warned her and told her that whatever word comes out first from that man's mouth is what will happen to your son. If you prays for him first, the prayer is going to come true, but if he curses him first, that is what is going to happen to him. So the son went there to his biological father's place and started crying. Is he supposed to be crying again? He started crying, but I can understand, because it is his life and he feels like he's not doing well in life again and he's young. So he went there and started begging him and said that I'm your son, please pray for me, let me prosper back. The woman also started begging and saying that she's sorry for what she did to him, and also she did not know that she was pregnant at that time when she left, but now this is your son. And they didn't tell us if the man actually has another son or if he's even married, but they just showed only him at old age. So the man was not like, what? You did that to me and you are coming back to say that there's a son? You just cursed him, like, may that son not do well in life, may this one not happen, may that one not happen, and he just cursed him that he will run mad. Like, immediately, guys, that was the most emotional part for me in this movie. Immediately that guy ran mad. I don't want to complete it, like he ran mad, to be honest. Oh my god. So immediately the mother started crying and crying. The mother started crying. She was just crying and just locked the man in his chest, like, give me back, in his clothes, give me back my son. This is not, I brought my son here, give me back my son. And mom was like, I just said that, like, I did not, like, is this supposed to be happening immediately? The woman was crying. That was only the emotional part that there was not really comic. But you see the remaining one, wherever there's emotions, there's always comic. You will end up laughing. But this one was just the most touching part for me. So the guy his life just ended like that. He ran mad and they didn't really show any solution. Like, that was just it for him. The woman too, she was just wailing. That was her only son. You cannot imagine. So they showed at the same time, we say men fear them. As they're saying fear women, fear men. Do you know that this man, which is Salako's father, Folawiyo, is a complete humanizer? Complete humanizer. Remember I said that all the girls in the village are crushing on Salako, his son, but you know that he wants to sleep with every young girl in the village. And some of them will be like, sir, it is your son I love. And he'll be telling them, okay, you know what? Let me sleep with you for like 2 times and I promise you my son will marry you. Let me sleep with you for like 3 times and I promise you, by myself, I'll hand you over to Salako, my son. That was what he was telling them. So he was sleeping with girls. But there was one particular lady. Her name is Inyola. Yes, her name is Inyola. Inyu means bead in Yoruba. Inyu means bead. So I think people that actually bears that name are like people that are from families that make bead, okay, like make traditional bead. So her name is Inyola and she sells bead, traditional beads, just like the one I'm putting on. So she told Salako's father, like, sir, I cannot be with you. It is Salako, your son, that I am in love with, that I want to be with. The man convinced her. She was like, no, sir, you're like a father to me and all of that. Now, one day, Salako could not wake up, could not move his legs, could not move his hands, could not do anything. He was like paralyzed, and the mother was screaming. She was screaming, oh my God, like, and just shouting, people help me, everyone help me. And they took Salako to like a priestess place, like an Oshun priestess place. And they were there. That's why I said they mixed tradition and spirituality. And I like that they did not focus the movie on Christianity. I like that they found a balance in this movie. That is one thing I also appreciated. There was a balance in the movie, so that it will not be like this is a Christian movie or this, well, they are Christians, why are they being into tradition? They just found a balance. I love that. Like the crew of this movie, everyone that made this movie possible, God bless you. They took the son to the priestess place, and she was like telling them to calm down. The mother was crying. She told the mother to calm down, and was like, the problem of this boy is from the father. And it was like, him, what does he want to gain if he destroys his son's life? And it is because of his son is glorious that he's enjoying life. And they told him that he received a gift, and that gift is what brought problem to his life. Then he remembered that, he used to ask Inyola out. Inyola is the one that has a crush on Salako, that wants to marry Salako. Inyola is the lady. Now, because she would not be with him and she wants to marry Salako, she gave the father a bead like this, a hand bead, right? And she told him like, oh, this is like a parting gift, because I'll not be able to be with you. Just have this, so that anytime you are missing me, you'll be using this to remember me. To be honest, that was what she told him. So he said, okay. Then he put this in his room. Now, when he went back to his room, he could not find the bead there. Yes, where he kept it, he did not find it there. He was searching and searching for it, he did not find it there. But he was so angry that, Yola, how could you do this to me? How could you harm my son? And he took his gun and went to Yola's house to go and fight her. But Yola was not home. Everywhere was locked. He was so angry. He was crying. There was a comic side to that also, with his beard. Then we later found out that Inyola is not actually Inyola. Inyola is Sula the herbalist. That man transformed in the village to a lady. So he has two personalities. He has the herbalist one that does evil. If you want to kill somebody, just go and meet him. Oh, sorry for that. In a part of the light, of course, that is Nigeria for you. All right, so Inyola is not actually Inyola. Inyola is the herbalist. Sula, let me move like this. Okay, is the herbalist Sula. So he used to transform to a woman among the other women in the village. Now there was a young lady staying with Sula. This is the reason why he destroyed Salako's life. He has a young girl living with him, and you see that man, Salako's father, that man that is a womanizer. He actually slept with this girl because he promised her that she was going to marry his son, Salako. So he said that, you know what, let me sleep with you like 2-3 times. After that, I will make sure you marry my son. Can you imagine? And Sula was so hungry that how could you sleep with this girl that is living with me, that has been serving me, and he even gave her some powers. But because they slept together, the power was destroyed. So he now decided that he was going to destroy Salako's life, which is his son. Because of that, Sula took Salako's memory and made him run maths as well. He ran maths, he took his memory and also his glory. So in the spiritual world, the glory represented like the drum. You know that he's a drummer and he performs, and everyone loves when he drums and he performs. So in the spiritual world, he took the drum, the talking drum and stick. They brought the light back. He took it and buried it in the ground. He buried it, and then he swallowed Salako's memory. So they showed that when the father Salako's father discovered this, he went to him to go and fight him. He went to Sola. He met Sola in the forest where he was burying Salako's glory, the talking drum. And he started fighting him with powers and charms and everything. And Sola was so angry, like, how could you do this to me too? You want to come and fight me? Oh no, they were just doing pishon, pion, pishon, pion. All this charm, power transfer, transition and everything. So when what is it called? When Salako's father saw that, okay, I cannot fight this boy alone. So what did he do? He actually invoked his own father's spirit, which is Salako's grandfather. He invoked his spirit from the spirit world, because I don't want to say from heaven, from the spirit world, to come and fight for him. He just said, my father, come down. His father came. I was like, okay, don't worry, I will fight for you. Then the father just did pishin to Sola. Sola said that, oh, your father is strong. Okay, I cannot fight this alone. Then Sola said he has another most powerful demon, and he invoked the spirit of that demon and said that the demon should enter him. And they showed the demon, very scary looking demon. I watched this movie in the night. Oh my God. And the demon entered him, and then he just did pishin to Salako, to Folawiyo's father, which is Salako's grandfather, and he just did the pishin to him too. And Salako's father's father, Salako's grandfather, was attacked, and then that one was like, he cannot carry this to heaven, and he just transferred that attack to his own son and disappeared. How will you carry attack? How will you transfer the attack and the attack to your own son? He transferred it to the son, and then he disappeared. And that one was like, my father, why did you transfer this attack to me? And as he was feeling defeated, his wife came, and as the wife came, okay, before they realized Salako was sick, you know that the mother was screaming from inside. She actually had a dream that where she kept the lamp of her son's life in the dream. You know, I said that she kept the lamp in a room, and there was a watchman watching over the lamp. She went to that watchman's place in the dream. She went to this place to ask for the lamp, that her husband needs it. Her husband said she should bring the lamp. The man was like, no, don't take this lamp to your husband, leave it where it is. If you take it, it will go off. He said, no, it cannot go off. It's my husband that said I should go and bring it. My husband said I should go and bring it. The man was trying to convince her to leave it, but she said, no, I have to take it to my husband. Then she took the lamp and took it to her husband. And when the husband asked, so this is Salako's lamp? She said yes, and he just smashed it on the floor. And when he smashed it, the lamp went off, and that was why that happened to him. So you can say that she already had a dream, and immediately she woke up and checked over her son. He was paralyzed. So when the wife now came to the battlefield, we'll call it the battlefield. When his wife, Salako's mom, came to the battlefield, and she saw that her husband is being defeated, she was just crying and crying, like, no, you cannot be defeated. Then the old man the old watchman also appeared, because they have a close relation. I remember one of the, you need to watch this movie, you will laugh. Actually, one of the dreams where she was talking to the old man, and the husband thought she was committing adultery in her dream. That was funny as well. You need to watch this movie. So the old man showed up, the watchman showed up where in the battlefield as well. I said that, why are you crying? And she explained what happened to the old man. And the old man said that, you know what, call me and tell me to come into your life. That's another spiritual part. Like the old man was representing God. He was honoring himself, like, I am the king of kings, the Lord of Lords, the this, the that, his majesty. And he said, just call unto me to come and fight for you. And she called unto him, and God entered. And before that, when Sola saw that she said she wanted to defeat him, Sola just did pion to her he did charm to her to defeat her. And that was a part in the movie where, to my own understanding, means that if you say you want to defeat the enemy alone, you cannot defeat the enemy alone. you actually need the Holy Spirit in you to defeat or to fight for you. Okay, that's if you even want to face the battle, because there's some battle that you actually need to face, but you cannot face it in your own power. You actually need the power of God to fight for you. So she now called on God. God entered the center and fought for her. Like baton. And God was just fighting for her, and God just did push on, like where I was seated watching the movie, I was like, give him uppercuts, give him a kick, just give him push. Okay, and God was just giving him uppercut, pinch and push and douche, and God beat Shulai. Oh God, they beat that boy. God, like, someone needs to help me to beat that boy. Someone needs to help me to beat him. And so Sula was defeated, and the mother, Salako's mother, was able to go to where they buried her son's glory, and she brought back the glory. And when Sula was being defeated, he vomited back the memory of the boy. So she now raised the drum up, like his glory up, like, yes, she has defeated the enemy, she has defeated devil. And they now showed like Salako's father, where he was defeated, he actually woke up. He did not die. He woke up from his defeated self. Okay, so that was the end of the movie. What do you think? What do you think? If you've watched this movie before, what do you think? Because to me, let me rate the movie. I'm going to rate it like a 9. To be honest, I like the balance they brought to the movie, and I like the comic side. They don't want it to be too emotional. They added the comic side to it, and that actually makes the movie more fun to watch. You're learning, at the same as you're learning, you are praying, and you are also having happiness in your heart. You're laughing, you're having fun. So the movie is so intriguing, very educative, a very good movie. I love that movie. You need to watch it if you've not watched that movie, and you can come back to come and comment what you think about the movie. You see, to the hairstyles of the men in that movie, they should please not bring it back to trend. Because how can you cut what is it called? How can you cut triangle on your head? So comment down below, let me know your thoughts on the movie and what you rate the movie. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you will notified when I post the next video. Alright, my love, stay glued. Stay glued to this channel because I have more fun reviews to do. So stay glued, okay? Thank you. See you. Bye.